Hey everyone, it's Heather from the Crafty Scrapbooker blog, and I'm back to show you a Project Life page I made using my new Fuse tool. So I had wanted to make this 6x12 page protector pocket into four 3x3 squares. Originally it was two 6x6 pockets, and so all I needed to do was quarter each of those squares to make the four 3x3 squares in one 6x6. So I just used my little ruler that came with the tool and fused the page protector together. Um, my cutting mat, as you can see, the green mat on the table there, it comes in really handy when you're lining up that little ruler, so you know that you're keeping it straight and that whatever you put in the pocket is going to fit correctly. So I recommend using a cutting mat or something like that that has lines on it that you can help guide along. So now I'm switching to the cutting tip of the fuse tool. I made the pockets, and so now I have to add little openings on the top, and it's very hot, so make sure you use pliers and do not touch it. I was thinking that once I switched the tip that it wouldn't be hot, but it was instantly hot, so be careful with that. So it works okay. It's not perfect. Like one of the times I cut, it actually cut through the page protector, so it's open on both sides instead of just having the slit on one side of the page protector, which it works. I mean, it turned out to be what I was looking for, so it doesn't really bother me that it's it was slit all the way through to the other side. So now I'm just putting pictures in pockets. I'm going to have a half of a design A pocket protector on the left and then the squares page protector on the right. This is actually the first spread in my new 6x12 Project Life album. I'm doing that format for the rest of the year. And so this is my first full 6x12 layout in my album. And so this is documenting my trip to Paris and Berlin at the beginning of June. It's kind of hard to narrow down pictures when you have like over 1,000 of them, and it's like, which ones do I put in my Project Life? But I definitely wanted to put that in my Project Life in case for some reason something would happen to my album that has my Paris and Berlin pictures, which I do have an album that I need to show you. Um, so it's like I still have a little representation of it just in my everyday album. So this is what I keep my stamps in. It's just an old album. I think I got it at like TJ Maxx for like $2 way back when. And it's an 8x8 album, and I don't even use 8x8. So I just use them to hold my stamps now. So I'd picked out some of my favorite stamps to use, or I thought that I might use on this. And so it makes it easier than having to flip through the whole book every single time to look for it. You wanted to look for a stamp. So I wanted to add a little bit of embellishment to that top left photo of the buildings. And so I decided to use this red label that it's actually a printable from Studio Calico. And I think they have them available every month in the kits colors, the monthly kits colors. And these are actually some that I had downloaded from I think it was the Jubilee class kit or something. It's something really strange that I don't even remember how I got them, but they were in my downloads on my computer, and I was like, I need to print these out. So I took them to the local office store, which is Office Max or Office Depot, and had them print them, and it's like maybe $1 a page for cardstock color prints. And I don't think that's too bad because if you think about it, that means I got a whole set of labels for $1, and I like that a lot. So I just used that Bonjour stamp from I think it's the Cirque Project Life kit from Studio Calico, and I just had to use it on this spread since it's from my trip to France. So now I'm just trying to find more cards to add to the pockets. It takes me an insane amount of time to decide what colors I want to do. Since I'm just doing it kind of on my own, it's like, what color do I want to use? Do I want to use this one or that one? Or do I want to bring in this color or that one? It's like, there's so many to choose from. It's sometimes hard to narrow down. So here I'm just trying to find a piece of paper to cover up that little washi strip on top. I didn't want just the black and white. I wanted to bring over some more color on that side of the spread. So I'm trying to find a piece of paper that will match, and I decide on this. It's kind of a purple blue color of paint splatter paper from the Odyssey 4x6 paper pad from Studio Calico, and it brings over that blue from the card that says Adventure Starts Here on the right. That blue is actually more of a navy blue, but when you put that purplish blue with it, it makes it look like it's supposed to be purple blue. So make it work. So now I'm just stamping a little sunshine on that top right card. That stamp is from Kelly Purkey. It's called Done and Done is the stamp set's name, and it's super cool. It's got all these little icons. I think it's kind of like emoji related. There's lots of little icons that are also emojicons. So I used that little rectangle that says current status, and I want to spell out happy on the card. So I was looking for thickers. I have a bazillion of them, and I was looking for them and wanted to find something that would be perfect on the page. And then I remembered that I had this new Kelly Purkey alphabet stamp set, and it's called Shoreditch. And I was like, sure, I'll use that. And I ended up not liking it and changing it, but I want to go ahead and show you this little card, and then I'll kind of explain why I didn't like it. So first of all, I didn't stamp in a straight line, and that bothers me. It's kind of hard when you're stamping those alphabets to stamp in a straight line, and it just, for some reason, really bothered me this time. And then you can't really see the happy with the hearts in the background. And I like the gold hearts, and I like that font, but I don't like it together. And I think if I would have done it again, I would have like maybe stamped the happy letters on just plain white paper or black paper for that matter. You could do that. And then cut them out and put them on the card, but I didn't like that like at all. And when I have extra cards that are like the exact same printed cards in my stash, I'm like, why can't I just redo this card? So I had another gold card in my stash, so I decided to redo it. And apparently that's not right here that I'm doing that, so we'll wait. So now I'm just adding a little heart eyes emojicon stamp from that Done and Done stamp set by Kelly Purkey on that journaling card. It fit perfectly with my France theme because I was definitely all heart eyes about it. And then I decided that that wasn't centered enough, so I used another card and did it. And then I think I messed up the journaling on that one, so I had to do another one. So I used like 3 cards just to get that journaling card perfect. And on one hand, I'm like, that's a little bit obsessive. I don't think I should do that. And then on the other hand, I'm like, I don't care. I want it to look good. So I guess it's just your preference, whatever you feel like doing. If you're okay with just little imperfections, then totally cool. But if you want to use that extra journaling card or 2 or 3 to correct your mistakes, that's totally fine too. It's just whatever you want to do. So now I'm finishing redoing that happy card. I picked out this alpha from A Beautiful Mess, and it was white, and so I just colored the letters black with a pen that I have that writes on photos. And so since these little stickers were slick, I thought that it would be a good pen to color them with, so the color wouldn't come off. So it worked great. You could also use a permanent marker, a Sharpie or something, but I didn't have one hanging around, so I used what I had. And so you can tell that happy stands out so much more, and I just love it. So I added a few more things on this spread. I added some stamping and journaling on a couple of cards and then called it done. Be sure to check me out at craftyscrapbooker.blogspot.com and on Instagram at HeatherPhotoChick. Talk to you later. Bye.